Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the next episode of this Beginner's Guide Let's Play. And we are currently into Tier 5. So we unlocked Tier 5 yesterday when we completed Phase 2 of the Space Elevator. That means that we have one more part to go to open up Phase 3. But in order to do that, we're going to have to unlock some new parts. And we can't do that until we get a few more things. So we're going to need industrial manufacturing. We're going to need oil processing. And we're also going to need to consider some better logistics so we can make stuff. We've also got access to the train that we talked about and some pipeline engineering part 2 as well. So we'll be able to generate and push some more water around. So that's another thing that we have to consider as we start to think about how we're going to upgrade to be able to get to the next step. So looking at what we need right now, the first thing we're going to consider here are what are the milestone costs. Here we can see we're going to need motors. We're not really set up to make motors, and we're not actually set up at the moment to make these industrial beams. We can see we're going to need quite a lot of steel pipes, quite a lot of copper sheets. Here we're going to need some new materials that we don't currently have yet. Here, motors as well as lots and lots of wire. And here we're going to need some cables. So I think the first thing that we can do at the initial starting point here is look for the easy things that we can do in tiers 5 and 6. And those are going to be at the base level copper. We're going to need lots of copper sheets and also some wire. So we're going to go ahead and start on the wire that we need. And we're also going to start on the cables. So we need 3,000 wire. And we also need 1,000 cables. So let's go ahead and do that first. We can do things just a step at a time. Okay, so looking in here, we can see we've got more than enough of this. So we'll take out 1,000 here. And then we're going to look and see how much of this wire that we've got. Well, we can see at the moment, we don't have that much. So we're going to take as much as we can take here, so that we're full. And then we're going to head back and we're going to go and check off the bits we can do. Put the rest of this into the awesome sink. And then we're going to wait for the next part. Okay, so here we can see we need these 500 copper parts here. We can take those, that's fine. Now that's complete. We can also see we've got a few of these tubes, so we'll put those in there as well. We've got one of those that we can do. And that's pretty much it for oil processing right now. Clicking on the gas mask, there's nothing we can do here. Looking at alternative fluid transport, we can see here that we can do the wire. So we'll just get those started. Industrial manufacturing, we can see here that we need 1,000 of these. We can do that, so that's now completed. And then again, if we go back at tier 6 and have a quick look, you'll notice that we can't actually do any of these parts at the moment. Except for this one, I apologize, we can do this one. And this is again going to take quite a lot of those copper sheets. So we're now done with the copper sheets. We don't need any more at the moment. So we can go ahead and just pop over to our sink over here. And we can stop this. Now what we're also going to do at this point is we're going to stop this here. Because we don't need to continuously run this stuff through. So we're just going to leave that out for a moment. Okay. We're going to come back here and check and see what's happening. We can see there's quite a lot of stuff here. And that's fine. What we could also do is upgrade our box to a level 2 storage. Now, in order to do that, we are going to need to place it down, which means we are going to pick up everything that we've got here. And we're actually got quite a lot of stuff on us at the moment, so I don't think we're going to be able to take all of this. I think if we were to take it, we'd probably leave a few bits behind. Alright, so we're going to take the bits that we want to keep hold of for now. And there's a few other bits here. We'll just move these over here for now, just to get them out of the way. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to pick up this storage container. Now that we've done that, we can go ahead and put a bigger storage container in here. Just like so. And make sure that this is all connected up. Now, it should be. There shouldn't be a problem with it. Making sure everything's okay there. Okay, and now we're just going to go ahead and put in all of the things in here. As we can see, it's not quite connected up. So we're just going to reconnect this. Now that works. So coming across over to here now, we'll be able to pick up the stuff that we can take from here. And we'll put it into here because it adds more space. Alright, so all of the things that we don't need anymore that aren't actually going to benefit us, we'll get rid of those for now. And everything else that we've got here, I'm just going to take that out so we've got it. Right, so these conveyor belts, we actually want to take all of these out because they aren't going to go into anything. But there's no benefit to having that in there as such, so we're going to leave it as it is. This is working, so that's good. We'll take these out for now. There's 30 of these. We're actually going to put in some more of those. We'll check on this side as well. Got these modular frames being created, so everything there is good so far. In fact, we've got quite a few of these. We're going to take out these steel pipes because we're going to need a lot of steel pipes. And that's okay because those steel pipes, they will go through here. And what we're going to do at this point is we're going to say right output is going to be steel beams. Alright, we'll just pick up these ones. And that's because the steel beams should be coming into here. Okay, we're going to try and just click those. There we go. That will go through now. Well, it should anyway. We can actually get rid of this smart splitter. We don't actually need it. So let's just take this out and this bit. And instead we'll just bring this down to here. Telling us we haven't got any iron rods, which is quite funny because we did just have a load of those. So let's just go and grab some. So we've got some on us. Okay, so that's what it's going to go into. 2 points. Into there. Very clean, very nice, very simple. That's going to work very well. Okay, so at this point, we've also got enough quick wire there, so we're good. Let's go back and we're going to check out what else we can tick off our list of things that we need to do today. So coming back to tier 5, looking at the oil processing, we know that we need quite a few of these, so we'll upload those. Gas mask, there's nothing we can do there. There's nothing we can do on alternative fluid transport. And there's nothing at the moment we can do on industrial manufacturing. Tier 6, however, logistics, nothing we can do here. Jetpack, nothing we can do here. The train is something we can do. Nothing we can do on the pipeline because this one's already been done. So, just the train. And for this, we're going to have to upload 500 of these, which we actually have. We're going to need to upload 600 of these, which we actually have. So we've done that part. So we're going to go and put everything back now. And we're going to consider how do we need to adjust this factory now to make sure that it is efficient and doing the things that we need it to do. In this instance, we're going to need it to be able to just push all of this into here so we can get rid of it. Anything we don't need right now, we're just going to grab and get rid of it. We need 2,500 of those. We will keep that. But everything else in there that we don't need, that can just go. Okay, good job so far. Oh, in fact, we don't need that anymore because we've got an extra one, so that can go in as well. Should get some good stuff for this. We're waiting on those coupons. Okay. So we know now what we need to do and how we need to address this factory. So one of the things that we want to be able to do here is oil processing. And in order to have this, we're going to have to make this encased industrial beam. This is going to require us to have not only concrete, but also it's going to require us to have these steel beams. We'll take the steel beams for now. We'll come across to the machines at the back, but we want to go and get ourselves some concrete. The concrete bin at the end here. Take a fair bit. And we'll head out. We still need to sort the lights out. There's a few more things we need to fix in this room and clean up. We talked about sorting out this this factory, and we haven't done it yet, so we're going to work on that today. But now we're actually going to set up for the things that we need. So the first thing is going to be these encased industrial beams. So we'll go ahead and we'll chuck in what we can here. Turn these off. It's going to make them very quickly. So we can come to the next one and do the same thing. Make these encased beams, and we're going to make a lot of these. Again, having these clock speeds so high means that we can have these machines, set them up how we want, and we don't have to keep messing about with things to automate them as such. They're automated to a degree, but apart from that, we don't need to worry. So they're going to work, and we're going to just leave them. We don't need to worry. And we'll keep an eye on them. As you can see, they're going to make 15 per minute. That's 45 industrial beams per minute. Now, the thing to notice here is how much of this we have going in per minute. So we have enough here to last us for about 3 to 4 minutes. And then we're going to need some more. These steel beams, these are going to be a challenge. What we can do to cope with this, because we're doing the same thing, is we can actually set up one of those boxes. And that can load up all of the gear into each of these. So the way that we're doing this at the moment is we could set up a box here and here. And one box can go this way. One box can go this way, and they can split out the load between them. All right, so let's have a look at how much we actually need between these items. We need 100 for this. We don't need any for that, or for that for right now. But just as a bare unit, we need 200 there. So we need 300 total. Okay, so we know what we need. Next, after this, we're going to need to make some motors. Now, this is stuff that we want to start trying to automate if possible. Now, motors we can actually make in here. So we can see they're going to require these rotors and also the stators. And we're going to need a lot of these. So this is something that we can start thinking about automating. We can set up a little production line for this. And this is something that, whilst we've got all of our base items that are being created, they're kind of sitting in here and not doing anything. So these are all full up now. Which is great that they're full, except for the screws. We're not making enough screws. But coming into here, these are making reinforced plates still. These are making rotors. That's great. We've got the rotors in here, but we are missing these screws. So we know we need more screws right now. Well, in order to make screws, we can take all of these out. Maybe not all of them. We'll leave some behind. But we know that we need to make some screws. We need a couple of constructors that are going to be able to do that for us. So what we can do here, and because this is a nice simple process, we can go ahead and just go to our production, make our constructor. We're going to need some reinforced plates and some cables. We'll just go and grab those cables. I don't think I've got any in here. No, I haven't. Maybe some in here. Nope. Okay, we'll grab some cables. Also, I'm going to just take out this wall here because, honestly, I don't need... Like, we can fix that later, but... Just easier access to get into these for now, which is kind of where I am. Alright. Back into our main room. Grab a couple of these reinforced plates, which are going into here. Okay, and then we're going to start making these constructors. So, we can make this nice and simple. I don't think we need to overcomplicate this. We're going to put one down just here. We're going to do exactly what we did before. We're going to put one down. We're going to try to put one down. I don't think we're going to get it down, actually. No, we're not. We're actually in the way there, which is a shame. And we can't come over any more that way. So I don't think we're going to get both of these in. We're going to have to be a little bit more... And we're going to have to play a little bit more, I think, to get this one in. Interestingly, it will go in this way. So it's just there that it wouldn't go in, and that does actually fit in there. I'm going to check that out, make sure it's not Oh, that's why, because it's clipping through. Yeah, we don't really want to have that clipping through like so. So we're gonna leave that behind. We'll just have the one in here for now. So we want to make some more screws. That's kind of where we are at the moment. We're gonna overpower this a little bit. Just make a few things. If we're short of anything at the moment, we're just gonna make it this way. This one needs to be upgraded. We can go ahead and do that. Lots of options now, but we're going to go for the Mark II pole, which means we're going to need some more quick wire. We've got quite a bit of quick wire over here. We'll just grab that. Now we've upgraded this. Use it to power this. Again, we're not at capacity at the moment. We've got quite a lot left, so that's fine. So this is now going to be working. And it's going to be making us our additional 80 screws per minute, so we can work on those. Okay, so the other thing that we can do at this stage, because we have these 3 working, is just keep an eye on these steel beams. We can start feeding steel beams in. We know we're going to run out. We know we're going to need some more. So we'll just take what we've got here. Turn this production on because it's been paused. Alright, so already we're up to about 50 of these. That's great, but we are going to need some more. And so because we don't need any pipes at the moment, we can put these both onto steel beams, which we've got. We're actually not getting enough of this in at the moment. So this is good. There's enough in here. This is actually struggling to produce. This is the same. It's full up here, but this is struggling to produce. So we do have 60 per minute going out, 60 per minute coming in, but we're not pushing any extra. We're only making 13 of these steel beams per minute. And right now, those 30 steel beams are being pushed down to here, which are going to this machine. And these are making the frameworks. Now, we don't want to make these anymore. We're actually okay right now. So we're going to turn that machine off. That should pause everything. The modular frameworks, we're still making these at the moment. Which is good because we want to have a look at what is it going to take for us to make the additional frameworks. Now we can't make those in here at the moment, so we can only make the modular frames. We need to go make the other ones, which we'll have to do in the next machine. Okay, so everything that we need to make in here, apart from the encased beams, is being made. So now we just need to wait, or we need to increase the amount that we have coming in. So at the moment here, we have enough iron coming in. We have 120 coming in, and we have enough coal coming in. Now we could actually push these to make more if we wanted to, and put that up to a bit more. We can do the same on this one. I can push this as well to overclock it. Now we're going to make more than we can actually use, which means we can start to think about overclocking these machines as well. We need to go out and get some more power to be able to do that. But if we ever need to think about how we can increase our productivity, we can just start moving around these power shards. It's a very quick and easy way to be able to do this. So we'll take those. We'll also take those. And we're already well over 100 now. So we've done pretty much most of what we needed. 150 there. So let's have a look, shall we? There's the 100 that we needed for this. That's now complete. And then the next one, I believe, was in tier 6. We needed 200 to go into there, and then that was going to be it. So we'll just add a few into here for now. We're going to need some more to do the logistics Mark IV. So we'll just quickly finish those off because then they're done. So we're actually focused on multiple objects at the moment. We're no longer just working on one thing at a time. We're starting to ramp up and think about how we can do more. Now, we can set up more factories. We can actually set up between us some movement between the two. So we can have an oil factory that we can set up. We're going to be able to have a steel factory. We've got an iron factory, a copper factory. We can have independent factories for all of these resources, and then we can move them between each other. And we can even have a centralized processing factory that just creates and makes everything. So everything is refined and made in one place and sent elsewhere, and then it can be made wherever it needs to be made. But I prefer, when I play this game, to do it like this. This is just easier for me to keep track of things. And I can automate things if I need to, but for now, I can keep track of things and I'm okay. So we're all right nearly there. We're only 100 to go now, so we should be able to get those. If I come out here, we're going to be backing up on all of these now, which is great. So also we'll take out these frameworks because we don't need those. We are going to want as many of these as we can get though. So we're just going to grab those, and then these are starting to back up, which is nice. Okay, so that's pretty much about all I can get right now. And then we're going to put these just in here for now. Split those into there. And we can do some more into there as well. And then this one, yeah, we've still got some in there, but we're pretty much done now. So as you can see, 250%, we're making loads of these. It's really nice and easy. Right, let's look at the next item we're going to need. And this is the last thing for the oil processing. And this is going to be these motors. So in order to make the motors, we're going to actually need multiple processes going. We're going to need the rotors, which we've got. We're also going to start making up. And this is the next thing we're going to need here. We've got the rotors. So let's go and check out over on the end here through these assemblers. We need to make stators. So stators are going to require pipes. So we're going to have to move everything over to pipes now, and wire as well. So we're going to need to make some wire, and quite a lot of it for these. So I don't believe we're making enough wire at the moment. So let's head into our copper production. We can have a look, but I don't think this is going to be enough. We might need some more. So we can actually turn off some of, if we look at what's being created here, we've got wire being made here. In fact, we've actually got quite a lot of wire here. We can take that for now. That'll be the same in this side. But if we come over here, this one is making wire, which is good. This one over here is making copper sheets, so that's fine. And there we go. You can see all of the wire that is coming down over here. And this isn't really coming out quick enough at the moment to be able to populate this. So, yeah, that's something else we can look at with the conveyors. Upgrading these to our Mark II. Would definitely make this process a lot quicker and a lot smoother. Especially in the corner there. Just we have so much coming out of here. Perfect. Alright, so we'll just wait for that to all catch back up again. And in the meantime, we're going to head out and see about these motors. These should now be done because we pretty much finished what we had here. So we can make motors on this end one. This one here, which is pretty much done as well. We can make these stators that we need. And we can go ahead and make some stators here as well. So in order to do this, we're going to need to put in steel pipes. We haven't got any, so we're going to grab some. And we're going to need to put in this wire. So we'll go ahead now. We'll do the wire in these two. And we'll go and grab some steel pipes. So steel pipes we're going to need to make at the moment. And we're not actually making any. So we're going to go ahead and configure these from here. Now we're going to make quite a lot of these steel pipes. So this will be all good. We can actually double up on this production as well. Alright. Now just popping over the back here to see if there's anything in excess that we can drop off. And there is. We can drop off most of this. We don't need any of those anymore. And all of this is now full. A few other bits will keep on us, but the rest of it we don't really need. So just these pipes that we need. We're just going to wait a minute for those. Okay, so a few steel pipes in there. That's working. We can leave that. It's going to make 12 of these per minute. So a decent number of those. And we still don't have enough, though. If we come back to here, we go to our milestone 6. We were talking about making the logistics. We're still a little bit short on these. A little bit short. So we are going to need some more of those. So for now, what we're going to do is we're just going to keep this one turning it over to make these encased beams. Just for now. Temporarily. Alright, so that's got everything it needs in it. Everything else is here. We need to grab these motors because we're going to need these motors. So we'll grab a few of those. And then we've got the stators come over here, and that will make the rotors and the stators that we're going to need. So taking the stators that we've got from here, putting them into here. And again, we can automate this process. We can move out of one into another. It's another thing that we can do. And then anything we don't need, and we can just start setting it up and leaving it for later. All right, so far so good. Now we don't really have anything else we can do at the moment. We do have some more wall outlets and little bits, but other than that, there's not really much else that we can make until we unlock the logistics milestone in tier 5 that we're looking for, which is oil processing. We're going to need industrial manufacturing. This is the one we're after, but for this we need plastic. For plastic we need oil processing. So we can't get to here because this is the manufacturer that we want. We can't get the manufacturer at the moment until we finish this because we need plastic. So the motors are the next goal for us. Thankfully these are going to start to build up now, which is all good. And I'll just grab what we can here. That should be the last two. There's also one just stuck in there. We'll see if we can get it. No, we'll leave that there for now. That's fine. There's enough pipes for now. That's good. We've got most of what we need. We'll finish these steel beams off. That's pretty much going to be it, what we need. Got the motors now being made, so that's good. All we need to do now is put these in here. And now we're going to start to make these stators, which we need. And they're going to come out quite quickly as well now, which is good. So now we just need to get on top of this production. As I said, we're moving ahead quite quickly now. But we don't want to block anything, and we don't want to get caught up in any processes. So just the last few of these that we're going to have to make. Back to the oil processing, just the 50 motors now. Again, we want to automate motors as much as we can, but this really comes down to here. We need more input here. So there's a couple of things that we can move whilst we're in here. We talked about this before. We can actually move this whole section outside. We can build a whole new area out here if we want to. And then we can take this down and move it. It's going to give us a bit more space. So that's one thing that we'll look to build. And we're going to have to go and get some plates to be able to do that. Also, we can move this loop at the back here as well. We can move all of this quick wire out. Put that into a different room as well. And then we can kind of build out a lot more here. Because at the moment, this is going to be pushing out enough steel ingots. But we're not actually doing anything with these. Like, we're not able to do it quick enough, because if you look, we've got 60 steel ingots coming out, but only 30 going in. So we could overclock this at the moment. That would probably be the best thing for us to do. We're not actually using this machine, so it's a little bit pointless having the overclocking set up. And on this one as well, we don't really need it to be so quick anymore. We can slow that whole process down. So we'll take the overclocking right now. And we know that we want to be able to overclock these. We can go ahead and put all three of these in here. Boost this up to 75 per minute. We know we've got 67 coming out of here. So that's probably a little bit too much that we boosted it by. But it does mean that if we've got 67.5 coming out of here, we can bring this down. So we've got a bit less. So 67.5 was the goal here. And that is going to be around, I think, 45. 67.5 is 45 exactly. So there we go. We'll just bring these down ever so slightly so it's all lined up. So 67.5, 67.5. And now these are going to be running efficiently at 100%, which is perfect. These are also going to be lining up to run at 100% now, which is perfect. And it also means that we're going to be starting to stack up on here. Now, these are obviously pushing through here at the moment and being used in here. We're not too worried about this at the moment, so we can kind of just leave this for now, just temporarily. And we can head back over here. So, making sure that we've got all of the parts that we need. Making sure we're doing the same thing for here, which we're not at the moment. We will in a minute. Making sure we've got enough in here as well. So, there we go. Starting to make these. So, 2 of these make 1 of these. We know we need 50 of these. So we need 100 of these. So, still need some more. And whilst we're waiting for this process, we're going to go ahead. Have a look at the ingots that we've got, which is going to be the steel. And that should allow us so I did pick up the steel ingots. I thought it would have. Oh, it does. I was going to say, I thought it would let me make the steel beams. Also, we need the heavy modular frames. We can see what we need for that. And this is pretty much where we are at the moment. Between, do we want to set up a permanent solution, or are we just going to make something temporary? We want to make the process as efficient as we possibly can. And for that to happen, we don't want to be manually making anything. We do want to see what it's going to take, though, to make these heavy modular frames, because we're going to need a lot of these. So we're going to need steel pipes, we're going to need encased industrial beams, we're going to need screws, and we're going to need these modular frames. So we do really want to be automating a lot more of this process. So steel is something we're going to need a lot more of. We really want to make sure we maximize what is coming in and what is going on here. So the iron coming in, the coal coming in. We just need to improve this whole line. So I think that should be a first point of us setting up here. We can do that with these. We'll come out the back because we've done pretty much everything that we can do so far here. We're just going to let that kind of tick over for a minute. And instead what we're going to do is come out and lay some foundations. So thinking about how big we want to make this. It doesn't have to be too big, but I do feel like it would be good. We can kind of put that there like so. Get rid of that ramp. And we're going to make this zoop. Okay. I actually don't want to come over that, so I'm going to just come out this way a little bit more. Alright, so this is going to be our next room, which we can make. And we can actually bring it out a little bit further, so... Thinking about how much I need to grow this room. Doesn't have to be too big. But I do like the idea of having more space. And this kind of feels quite good. Also, I can now get rid of this. And I can do the same thing here. And make this down to here. Now that is going to come over this way. I can fix that later because I can move that space elevator. But again, that's a decent size extension that we're going to build out for now. This isn't going to take too much. The goal right now is that by coming in here, I'm going to be able to take out this one first. So this is going to be the refinery from here, which we can take out. And this is a nice, easy process. So we'll just we'll take out this smelter, make sure we've got enough room. We'll take out this constructor. We're going to leave this here for now, this one. We're going to come out the back here. I think also, interestingly, there's a lot of these on here, and I don't know why. So we're actually going to take this out as well, because we're not using that anymore, or that. We're not using that at the moment, so that can go as well. We're going to remove that, and in fact, this can go as a result. Oh wow, we've got all of those there that I didn't see going into there. Good job I saw that. We'll remove that one, and this can start to... You know what? The whole thing can go at the moment. We're not using it, so we're gonna just take it out at the moment. All right, and then we'll just block that up, and we'll just sort the customizer out as well. So there we go. It's black again. All right, nice. That's fixed that part. Now let's go and rebuild that outside. So it can be really simple. All we're going to do is put on a smelter. In order of the production, we're going to know, or we already know how much we've got coming in. So we'll just bear that in mind. We're also going to build a wall. On the wall, we'll do a single conveyor. That just makes life a lot easier for us. So we'll remove that conveyor belt from there. And I think at this stage, we can also remove that one from there. And we'll bring it in at a better angle. So that is going to come across to here. So I think we're going to start by running it like this. Just down onto the floor. And up like this. Okay. And then from here we want to build out these smelters. So at the moment we've got 60 coming in. So we know we've got 60 per minute coming in. That actually means we don't need too much. And because this at the moment, not really a lot going on with this. I don't feel like it's going to be beneficial for us to kind of stress about making, I guess, too much of a mess here. So sometimes what I like to do is I put it where it needs to go, press H, I come inside it and stand at the back. And if I just move forward, I can see if it's lined up very easily. So that's a good line up there. It doesn't actually need to be that far away, so we can actually come right close up to this. That will be fine for us. We can go ahead and put that down. Connect this up, and now we know we're going to make those. Now from here, all we need to do is make that constructor. Constructor is nice and simple. We're just going to go and put that down here. Don't actually need that far to go from this. Now, for this, we've got 45 coming in. Now we know we've got 60 coming out, 45 coming to here, so we know about that. And if we're going to go ahead and make something like Quickwire, for example, then we know we've got 12 coming in and 60 going out. So this whole thing is going to need to be fixed because it's not optimized properly at the moment. And then we need to put a box down. We can go ahead and go for the big storage, but we need some steel pipes for that. Go ahead and find those steel pipes. We're making loads of them now. So we've got these. These are now available. And we can go ahead and put that huge storage box down. So just making sure this lines up, which it does. Doesn't need to go too crazy here. We'll move that door so we're not worried about that. So that can just stay there. And now we've got the ability to just make a lot more. But we need some power now. Because that door, we can move that. We're going to have to move the door where it is anyway, so we'll sort that out in a minute. Now we just need to bring some power out. There is space for one more on there. We're actually going to bring that out and put it on the corner here for now. We will upgrade this because I know we're going to need to. We'll just go ahead and do that now. I think this already is. Oh, it already is a Mark II, so I apologise. I don't need to do anything to that. So we'll connect up here. We'll connect up here. And now that should all be running with nothing else needed. We do want to be careful though, because we have quite a considerable amount here of material that we don't need. We're just going to stick that in here for now. Perfect. Okay. We'll take out that and that, as well as this. And that's all going to go through. Also, just look at a few of the things that we maybe don't need any more of. So we definitely don't need any grass. We don't need any wood anymore. That can go. Okay, we're going to see if there's anything else we need in here. So, we'll take as much of that as we can. Bring it through to this side. We had some quick wire that was stored up in here. We just kind of feel like we're keeping that and stocking up. That will allow us to take out this, which we don't want. Nice. Okay, so now we've got a little bit more room to play with here, which is the next thing that we're going to want to do. But we also need to look at what's happening out the back here. So we want to optimize and make efficient our factory. So we know that this is going to be bringing us, well, we assume it's going to be bringing us 60, especially as that's only going to be able to produce 60. But we only want 45 at the moment. So we can actually bring this down at the moment. Actually, no, we need to overclock this. Sorry, I apologize. We need to overclock this up to 60. Or we need to go up to the other end and bring that down. So it's pushing at 45. But before I do that, let me just double check. Because over here, this is going to push out 15 per minute. And this needs 12 per minute. 12 per minute. So if I push this down to push out 12 per minute, which is actually going to be perfect because 12 per minute into here is 12 per minute, then that means I need 36 per minute. 36 per minute is what I'm looking to output. So let's head all the way over to where that was. It'll take us a minute to get there, but we're going to head over. And 36 is our goal. Right, so the good thing about this is even though we aren't technically going to be, I guess, building over here, we can still come and use this conveyor belt. So technically we're not building anything over here at the moment. We might later. But this needs to be 36. Now it's actually doing 120. We only need it to do 36 parts a minute. So we can drop this all the way down to 30%. 30% makes this a lot slower. So this is not really efficient at all. However, it doesn't need to be. The beautiful thing about this is it can slow right down. We don't need any more. Alright, so we can see these guys here. I'm not actually even going to bother with these guys. They can chase me if they want. They're not going to catch me. Definitely not now anyway. Alright, we can head back to our factory over here. So now we've optimized that route. We know that that one's working perfectly. Let's just have a look over here. So let's grab that. Let's go and have a look over here and make sure we've done the same thing with this. We're not optimized all of these little routes that we've got to make sure that they're running at 100%. So for this one, this is running at 60 per minute. 60 per minute into here is perfect and 20 coming out. So that's fine. So we know that's working. So 2 routes all working efficiently. The next one we're just going to quickly check. I do believe there's still a box here somewhere. I need to double check. Might have picked it up and taken it all with me now. No, there is a box still there. We keep leaving it. We still can't get it all. Alright, let's go and check and see what we're doing with the copper. The copper's done so well. We haven't really needed to expand this at all. It's pushing out 60 per minute and that's all we need. And we know that that's working perfectly because that's going to be smelted into 2 refineries at 30 each. From there, we know that we're going to be... and also, we could make this a bit cleaner, but for now, it works. We don't need to. But that's going to go into 2 refineries, which we know are going to go in 30 each, which is going to go into 4 constructors at 15 each, which is going to give us absolutely everything we need in terms of wire, in terms of copper, and we're just going to double check and make sure all of these are operating at 100%. Copper are very clean and easy. This one we've actually scaled down so it works perfectly. So now we're making everything we need. And in here, this one is making cables. So yeah, the copper factory is completely sorted. We'll leave the copper factory orange because it matches the color. So that's perfect. And then there is the outputs of here. We also have this output, which we can move. I feel like we're going to move this later and put it over with the Caterium that we've got. These ones, we can double these up, make them bigger, because they are kind of filling up. But for now, they work. They're fine. We don't need to mess about with them. They're doing everything we need them to do. All right, let's move along. We're going to put in here. We've got the wire now. We've got the steel pipes. We can get these statters out. Well, maybe. There we go. In terms of here, we're going to put these beams in so we can get these industrial beams out. We're going to need a lot more of those. And here, we're going to put these statters in so we can get these out. We'll put the rotors in as well. So now we can start getting these motors out. All right, so we are making progress. 3 motors down. We still have a lot more to go. Also, I do believe, I'll just double check this on tier 6. Yeah, we've got enough there, so that's now complete as well, which is nice. So we can leave that now. All right, everything there. We don't actually need any more smart plating, so we're going to go and get rid of that now. And then in here, what we're going to move across is we'll put in this. We'll just take one of each out so we've got them on us. And for now, we're going to leave these in here as well. All good. So we're starting to make some progress. We're starting to move some stuff about. This is good. We're going to remove this smart splitter because we don't need it. We're going to just take this stuff away for the moment. This was being made from on here. Okay, so these are the frameworks. We are going to need to make these later. But for now, we'll just kind of leave them as they are for now. We're going to take these steel pipes out because we don't need to make the modular frameworks right this second. We are going to need to. Like, that is something we will need to do. Which means that will need to come in. The reinforced iron plates, we've stopped those now. We'll take that out for the moment. Okay. So this is all something we'll automate just a little bit later. So we can put that in there. That will continue to make some, which is great. We've got a decent backlog now, which is nice. So we'll start to just stack those up. And that means in here now we've got enough pipes. We've got enough wire. That means we're making more than enough of these statters. This is actually done now. We've finished, so we can change this over and make more of these statters now. We'll do that as well. And then we're going to be able to make these motors, which is the other thing that we need. So, motors in production, almost finished. Making them very quickly. Everything else there is complete. And all we need now is 20 more motors, and we finished oil processing. Okay. Let's just clean up. We are starting to clean up a little bit. There's obviously a bit of mess that we've got to finish, and we're not quite there yet. Also, there's a couple of items that we can get rid of here. So we need these for later, so we're just going to store them for now. There's kind of 50 there and 32 there. So we'll store those for later. We'll need that for later as well, and these. So all the kind of important stuff that we are going to want, we're going to keep hold of for now. But anything else that we don't need anymore, we're just going to go and get rid of it. So to do that, we're going to come over here to the awesome sink. Now this awesome sink, we're also going to get rid of. We don't really need it. We'll get rid of those. We'll get rid of that. And this is just really all of the stuff that's just not really got much value for us at the moment. So a lot of this stuff we do need, and we're going to keep it. But what we want to focus on is making sure that we've got the walls set up. Okay, so we're going to just finish building this. And I think that's going to be perfect. Now from here we're going to make a couple of doors. So I think we can do this one first. Just put a nice simple door in here. That will allow us to get in and out. Actually, I think we're going to put one in here. Same thing. And I think we can put one in over the corner here. finally, we'll just put one in over here. And that's kind of everything we need for now. We've got these floor plans. Now, I think we can actually split this room as well. And then that is going to allow us to build another door, which we can just do like so. Alright, so we've got a room into here. We've got our room into here. And I think what we're going to do now is we're going to move... Actually, we don't have enough to build this out. We're going to build another process here, and we're going to build... So what we're going to do is take... Because if we look just there, you see we've got that miner, then we've got that constructor there, and it's bringing all of that concrete. We're actually going to build that and bring it into here, like so. We'll take that down, and we're going to build that here. And we'll do that. Now, ideally, we should have moved these over, so... And we can do this, so we'll... In fact, I think I'll do that. Yeah, we'll just do it now. Making sure I've got enough space, which I have. I'm going to close all of this off. Come all the way back, because this was a bit too long. Perfect, we'll come back all the way to here. I didn't actually need to go over to here, so we can get rid of this as well, and this. What we're doing and what you're seeing now is we're removing quite a considerable amount of this conveyor belt. Right, so I'm going to do it to here. Okay. And we're going to head in this general direction. I think we can probably do it to there. That works. We'll put that lift in because we're going to need a lift. Just keep that nice and simple for now. Let's try that again. Now we can't actually move these when they're up, which is a little bit annoying. So yeah, we're going to struggle getting that. We could actually just do this, but for now, I'm just going to do this. We can fix it later. It's a tomorrow problem. We're going to come over this way as far as it will let us. And the goal is to get straight in here. Like so. Okay, that's just a lot cleaner than it was. It's not perfect, but it's definitely a lot cleaner than it was. And we can do the same thing over here. So, on this one, we've got this constructor. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take down this constructor. Now, if we watch it, we need to look at how it's all set up. So we're going to Control and C this. We're then going to remove this. Take that away. And we're going to remove this. And go from here. Straight over this way. So we're aiming for there. Okay, we're going to go as far as we can. And the goal here is to bring this out to here. And then straight in. Alright, so far so good. Now we aren't going to need this smelter, so we'll remove that. And this will quite easily just go straight into here, like so. And this one we're going to change. We're going to change the recipe over to make concrete. But now what we're going to do is we're just going to paste the settings, and now we've got everything in there as it was. And that can work. Alright, what we are going to need to make is we still do need the smelter. But the smelter is going to come in here instead. So we'll just put that in here. Looks good. Connect that to here, like so. Grab another one of these. Which looks lined up. Perfect. And we'll just go back and do exactly what we just did. This one's going to make Caterium. And this one's going to make Quickwire. So this makes 12 per minute. For this to make 12 per minute, we need to do that. And then to clean this up, we're going to put this here, and for now, that's already connected. Alright, all good. We just need some steel beams, which I don't actually think we have at the moment, so I'm going to go ahead and put a craft bench down with the intention that I actually want to make some steel beams. I'll grab some ingots to be able to do that. Show only what we can make, because sometimes it's easier to do that. And it just removes, especially now we're getting bigger. I just need to make a few more of these. Perfect. Just 10 more. Lovely. And then we'll put this down here. Press H so we can line it up. I don't think that's actually quite lined up. Interesting. Okay, interestingly, that is not lined up. That, however, is. Perfect. I'm just going to move it across so it's lined up with the other one, almost. Okay. And so now we'll take these out of here. They'll go in that side. And we've moved these two over to here now. So they're pretty much done for now. I think we can move this wall. Right, we're going to struggle. That's going to be the next thing we're going to move anyway. So we'll come and deal with that in a minute. That's another problem. Not for today. Not for right now. We do want to move the awesome sink out here. And the awesome sink can kind of live out here. Just on its own in its little world. I don't know if we can set one of these up. No, we don't have enough reinforced plates on us. So we're just going to leave that there just for now. We don't actually want a conveyor wall, we just want a normal wall. Perfect. And just like that, we built everything we needed. Much cleaner. Now I'm just going to jump up here. We should be able to jump up into the roof here if we can. Nice and easy. So you can start to see now we're able to build this actually quite quickly. Not going to put the roof on just yet because we don't have any We don't have any lighting right now, so we'll do that in a bit. Should be able to get up here as well. There we go. We are on the roof. We'll get rid of the conveyor belt that we left up there before. And we have a... We can almost jump up onto there now. But we've got a few more buildings. So as you can see, this starter factory now really starting to grow. And we haven't done any vertical growth yet. Everything we have done has simply just been on the ground level. So what we can start to do now is we can start to move stuff around. And rather than putting stuff into boxes, we can move it over conveyor belts all over this upper floor. So we're going to want to put a way to get up the top here. And we're actually going to want to make like an access port as well. So that's another thing that we can work towards. We'll just jump down for now. All right. All good so far. Let's come back over to this side. And what we're going to want is somewhere around here, actually. In fact, we'll be able to put it... I'm trying to think of a good location to put it. I think maybe we're going to move this. So we'll just take everything from there. We'll put it into here for now. And there's going to be elements of moving stuff about and figuring out what works and what doesn't. Well, we're going to take that. And we're just going to move all of that for now. And we need to build ourselves some stairs. Now, one of the cool things about this architecture is we've got stairs. We could build some stairs right, like this. Maybe that works. But then what we need to think about is our next level and how that's going to work. So... that won't work because that's there. Okay. So I would actually have to move this, which I believe is connected to multiple places. Oh, maybe it's not. 2 of 4. Oh, so it's only connected to the lights and to that corner. So I could effectively just remove that. And cut out that whole situation by putting that to there instead. That's easier. Now I should be able to... like so. Okay. And as you can see, we've got these stairs that are going up. We need to move that. The reason I'm jumping to put these down is because it won't let you put them down on the same square that you're occupying. So by doing this, and doing that, there we go. And there we've got the stairs. So we can definitely find a better way to do this, but we have got a set of stairs now that go up. Little spot in the bottom there. And what we should be able to do, if this works, is put a wall down. And this wall, if done correctly, and again, I say if done correctly, now, I'm going to put this on Zoop. I'm going to put this all the way up, but I'm then going to remove this one. Because that will allow me to go all the way up inside here. And I'm upstairs. Beautiful. Okay, so now to continue this, I'm going to put one here, and one here, like so. And then this can be a door, but that door can be on this side. Okay. One door. I can even just jump straight down here. Perfect. This allows me to run back here, so I can still get down here. This, I think I'm going to move over just a little bit. So this equipment workshop, still going to keep it here. I'm going to just move it just a tiny bit. I think more like so. And still think that works fine just there like that. A little bit more room to move now. Nice. This works for us. We've got the MAM here as well. We've got this storage, which we can move and figure out later if we need to. We can also climb up this, by the way, so we've got another option to get up there. Much easier. We've just built ourselves a little staircase. And now we can get up onto the roof. Okay, so something we'll figure out later. Again, just little things that we're going to build. There's no right or wrong way to do this. But that's going to be a process. Maybe we'll do this blue. We'll just change it. There's like a little interior thing here. Same with the back here. That's fine. And maybe blue's not the best colour, so we'll see. But for now, cool. Now we know that that's the stairwell. We've got the corridor there, so we can deal with that later. Okay, good. Right, let's see where we are. Now we've done a little bit of this. We've got enough room there. We can start to move this back over now into steel beams, because we are going to need some more of these. So this is going to cause us lots of problems, because we've got 67 per minute coming out of here. We actually only need 67 a minute coming out here. So that would be 60. That would be 45, so we do want to keep that going. So let's cap that as 60. That's 60, which means 15 beams per minute. Perfect. As you can see, everything's good there. Everything's good there. That's all full up. Everything's working well. We do need to still finish this little bit off here. Deal with that later. Tomorrow problem. Now that's all working. That's good. This isn't doing anything at the moment, but that's fine because I don't want it to. This is full, which is why it can't do anything. That's also full, so lots of these at the moment. Let's just empty this so we can just make some more. Take those out as well. All right. Now we can make a few more of those. That's fine. That's working. That's good. Perfect. Coming over to this side now. Here we've got the steel pipes as well as the wire, so we can keep those going. 61 of these. 33 of these. I actually think we've got more than we need here now. We've got more than we need. We are going to use that to boost this. We'll boost this all the way just to get more motors, because we need more motors. And again, just playing about with the build and the quality here to be able to get it just how we want it. And looking now at where we are, we're actually almost at capacity. 487.50 is capacity. Our max consumption is 509. We're not at max consumption, which is good, but we are at 471, so we are really close. But we have cleaned this up. If you have a look at the consumption now, it is actually flatlining with a little inconsistency there, but most of the inconsistencies we've just removed, which is really, really nice. Really nice to have been able to do that. So as you can see, there is still a little inconsistency there, and it's obviously going to go up and down, but overall, That's all because of this. Okay. We are done. Oil processing ready for launch. So we're pretty consistent. We've got a few inconsistencies which we know about.
Oil acquisition and refining unlocked. Oil-based products can now be made. The byproducts of oil refinement can be used after further processing, as seen in the refinery.
Perfect.
Caution. This is a reminder to minimize the chance of expiration during out-of-base activities.
Okay. So we just need to fix this room up now, which we're working on. That's going to require us to move this, which we'll do. This is working down. We'll put that out here into this room over here. So this is going to be our fix-it spare room. And this here is going to be our oil refinery room. So we're going to make this a bit bigger. We're going to sort this out. In fact, what we could also do, if we wanted to, is we could take this wall out. Just make this a bit bigger. Oh. We'll leave it like that for now. Okay, so let's have a look, shall we? In terms of production now, we have a new building called Refinery. Refines fluids and or solid parts into other parts. So let's have a look at everything that we've got at the moment, shall we? The first one being this. Now we actually need some... just want to show you what these do. We need some motors first. So let's come back over here. Pick some more motors. And then let's head outside. Going to grab the refinery building. Oh, we need the copper sheets. Actually think we've got copper sheets in here. Yes, we have. We need quite a few of those. Alright, so for a refinery building, we'll put this down so you can see it. It's a huge, huge, huge building. To give you some context of just how big this is, if I get on top of this, and by the way, that's not on top of it, now I'm on top of it, here, you can see how high it stands. This refinery is a huge, 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 huge building. In fact, I can even see over there to the coal plant, and everything doesn't kind of seem so far away anymore. We're getting a bit closer. But when we have a look at this, we can actually see what we can do. So, if we wanted to make this, we would need crude oil. Crude oil is refined into all kinds of oil-based resources like fuel and plastic. So this is going to take crude oil, it's going to refine it, and we can choose what we're making as a result. If we come down here, you can see you've got two inputs here and two exits. So we can set this up. We can also set up with a pipe. At the other end as well, we've got the input and output. So this is the way in. The other side is the way out. Right, also considering how much it's going to cost, it's 30 megawatts power. And it will make whatever we need it to make. So 1 meter squared of heavy oil residue. Or if I wanted to just make plastics, taking polymer resin and water, and it will make plastic. So yeah, lots of stuff that I can do here. If I want to make plastic, I can do it. I can also make plastic, but I'm also going to make that as well. If I want to make rubber, I can make rubber from crude oil. I can also take in that and make petroleum coke. If I want to make fuel, taking crude oil, I can make fuel and polymer resin. Or I can just take that in and make fuel on its own. So, again, this refinery is going to be able to make lots of different things. I can make plastic, I can make rubber, I can make petroleum coke, and I can make fuel. So, in terms of the refinery, well, what does this need? Well, it's going to need crude oil. So, crude oil is going to come from the oil extractor. So, to put the oil extractor down, we need to place it on a resource node. We need oil. So, hold down V, and we're going to scan for crude oil. Now we're looking at the map. There is no crude oil where we currently are. That means we are going to have to go elsewhere. Alright, now we can start to see it. Let's have a look on the map. Lots of crude oil over here. This is normal, impure, normal, and pure. There's also some over here. This is pure and normal. So we have to kind of decide now, do we want to come up this way or do we want to come over here? So that's 2,500 there. Let's just press that again. Press V. Just make sure I'm going for crude oil. Sending out that ping. There we go. So that's 2,000 that way, 2,500 that way. So it's actually going to be a bit quicker to go this way. I don't know which way is going to be easier though. So we can take a little stroll. We need to make sure we've got enough plates. We've got a few. We're okay. We're going to head in this general direction, but we are going to make sure that we've got our weapon out, just in case we need to kill anything. Okay. Now we're starting to find a lot more of it. We'll put this map marker down for a minute, just in this general area. We'll call this oil. Now we'll give it a decent range and we'll apply that. There we go. So at least we can see now. Even if the scanner goes off, we can see where we're going. So what we need is a decent path to be able to go to where we need to go to. Oh, actually messed that up. Oh. So we're coming down here to the water. We was actually here before because that was a crash site that we saw. Now, we can run across here, but it's going to take some time. So one of the things we might want to do when we come back is actually set up as a way for us to be able to build this way. We want to go down to here. So we can do like a bridge straight across here. That's going to make life so much easier for us. We can't actually do it whilst we're in the water. As you can see, the animals here, they've all respawned. So we're just going to kill these. Nice and easy. Perfect. Right, so because of this, what we can do is foundations. We can snap them to the world grid. Remember, there's a world grid, and if we do that, it's going to make life a lot easier for us because the world grid is always going to be aligned. Which means we're never going to have to mess about wondering if this is aligned or not, or if it's going in the right direction. And we can just simply run over like this. And we know this is going in the right direction. So this is going to be a much easier way for us to do this. Oh. We'll zoom that out as far as it can go. Now we could go that way, but we could also go this way to finish this off. And there we go. We've now got a way to get across. It's going to be much quicker and much easier for us. So again, just showing you that because you can do it. We can also build a base here if we wanted to. Like there's a big open area. So we could build a nice factory here. A lot of opportunities here to expand. Bit of quartz there. We don't need that at the moment, so we're just going to leave it. We're going to head into this area. Right now we're going to be keeping our eye out and seeing what is around. So heading into this kind of forest area. Making sure we don't get attacked. There is a huge spider. That one's going to do a lot of damage to us. And he's going to run off, but he might come back and attack us. There we go, we got him. So, a bit of damage. Obviously, big spider. If you don't like spiders, that's fine. Just change it in the game settings. But just realise we're going to be fighting bigger creatures now. We are starting to move out of the area. So, we've got two ways that we can go here. We can come down here. This is one option. We're coming into a new area. So, we have to be careful. We do not want to fight these. These are the drones. Now, we can fight these or we can go and kill that thing. So, we're going to have to kill both of them. But just bearing in mind, this is something else to fight. We're just going to go ahead and save the game. So you can see the damage they do to you and how much they hurt you. Now we can go and if we want to try and kill that, but chances are we're going to get killed if we do this. Now we do have inhaler. We go straight back up to full health by using that. What we actually want to do is come down here and we need to kill this. So kill it before it goes and then we get the remains. So we've got hatcher remains now. And then we've got this beautiful, beautiful open area here that we've just come down to. As you can see by opening this beach up, look at this incredible open area here. Again, we could build a massive, massive mega factory here if we wanted to. We can just run along the beach. There's another hatcher there. Just going to ignore that one though. Crash site, which probably means there's going to be something defending it. So we have to be careful. There is. That is going to be a spitter. And there's a hatcher. There's two hatchers and a spitter. So again, just have to be super, super careful. We'll go for the hatcher first. Okay. We don't have any way to heal ourselves at the moment. That spitter's not here, but we are going to go and see if we can kill this one as well. Alright, going to run away. Kill those. We've got this guy here. Now, this guy's huge. Ooh. Okay, it's much, much easier for us just to run in there and just to kill him like that. Pick up some circuit boards. Also got these heavy modular frames. Not enough space for these, so we need to get rid of some stuff. So let's have a quick look. What do we want to get rid of? Well, we can get rid of this because we don't need it. It's quite easy to get rid of that. What else do we don't need that? That can go. Nothing else really. So we'll take the modular frames. Oh, we'll take some screws. Hatcher damage. And what do we need here? Pull handle to open the door. It's operational, so just opens straight away. Nice and easy. We don't need the Caterium. We've got so much of this, so we'll just dump that out. Take the hard drive instead. Just clearing up a little bit of space for us. Alright, so very nice so far. We'll take reinforced plates. We really don't need that. Okay, continuing on our journey. A couple more guys there we can see. Now, we don't actually have a lot of health left at the moment, so we can build down a craft bench for now. And just look at what we can make as a result. Because we've got some hog protein, we've got some stuff we can make now, and we can also put down just a workshop. So we can kind of leave these here. They're fine. But this is actually going to allow us to make some items. And if we have a look, we need a protein inhaler. We actually need some protein, and we need another 5 of those berries. So, easiest way for us to find those berries is going to be to bring this up, check for nuts. It will tell us there's some nuts over here, look. There they are. We've got our nuts. We know we've got our protein, so that's great. So now we can craft our protein from the hogs. Not enough space, so we'll get rid of. Looking at what we can get rid of. Looking at what we don't need. We don't need that. Got quite a bit of that. Alright, so we'll get the hog protein going. And now we can come into here and make ourselves another protein inhaler. Perfect. That way now, if we get into trouble, we can just add that to us. There we go. If we get in trouble, we can just do that, heal ourselves up, and we're good to go. All right, where is the oil? Not that far. It's just over there. Let's go and get the spitters first. I think there was... I'm sure there was 2. There is. There's another one over there. Not too bothered about him. There is more power over there with some more hatchers. Need to bear that in mind. We're almost there. Okay, so all we need to do is cross this. Can't be too difficult, right? Not even that deep. Nice easy run for us. That looks like some copper. It is, we don't want it. We'll get the hatcher. And if you get them, you're fine. Not actually too difficult to get them. Big one here. We're just going to go straight for him. Because he's going to hurt us. Alright, we got him. He's dead. Now we can heal up if we need to. And that's why we're always going to grab those nuts if we can grab them, if we see them. Alright. There we go. Down there, there's some oil. We see it. So what we need to find out now is what oil do we have. There is normal, there is pure, and there is normal. So if we're going to go for any, we are better off going over here and just starting on the pure node. This looks like Caterium. We don't care for that. We'll take this. Ooh. Do some damage. Alright, there we go. Lots of stuff there. That's the node right there. So we need to kill all of this. So what we could do, just from a distance here, is actually kill this. And these are going to come towards us, and that's fine, because we can just wait until they do so. These ones, quite easy to kill. Couple of hits. Nice. Easy to kill. Okay. What an adventure so far today. Here we go. Crude oil. Pure. Now we're going to put down our refinery. So we're going to go into our production. And we're going to get our oil extractor. And that oil extractor is going to be able to go into here. So that's one problem fixed. And we've got all of this water here as well. So there's no point going all that way back. If we went all this way down here and set up this base again and did that and come all the way back up here, it's just too much to do. So we're actually going to set up a little base just here for us. And we're going to make this a little self-sufficient base. So knowing what we need and what we have to do, let's have a little think about this. So now we got here. We're going to need to pipe this. So for this to work, we need to put power in. And then power in is going to get crude oil out. All right, nice and simple. So in terms of power, well, what do we need? Well, the best way to get power is going to be coal, right? We need to get coal. So let's see, is there any coal in the area that we can use? There is no coal in the area here. Okay. Oh. It is, but it's a long way away. There we go. But there's some pure coal over there. There's lots of coal over here. So we could run some coal from over here. That is possible. We can go ahead and stick a little lump on there. Call that coal if we need to. Or the other thing we can do here is we can extract this oil from here and we can use this to create power. But we're not quite ready for that just yet. So we have to consider power and how we're going to do this. That's going to be one of the biggest challenges. Also, this takes, if you have a look, it takes 40. So it's going to take 2 biomass burners if we're going to use one. So yeah, we don't really want to use one. We want to use coal generation if we can. So it's going to be better for us to bring the coal over here. Or we can use these power towers. The power towers is something else we can look at. And then we can send power over long, long distances. So what we're going to do, and the way that we're going to do this, is we're going to be able to pull all of the coal that we've got. There's a lot of coal here, by the way. And that was quite a distance just from here. This was the coal up to our hub here. That was still quite a distance. And this is a lot further. So we're going to go over here, grab this coal. We're going to pull it over to here. That's going to be our first goal. Then by doing that, we can bring as much coal as we need in here, generate as much power as we need in here, and create as much oil as we need. So we're going to build a little separate base here that's going to allow us to do this. So what we need to really figure out is coal generation. So we're going to have to build some of these. We're going to need water as well. We're going to need a lot of piping for that to work. And that right now is going to be the best way for us to do this. Now, there are options. There are options of ways for us to be able to generate power and to do things. So we're going to work towards that. At the moment, though, let's just have a look at what else we've got here. Okay, that's everything there. And so we just got the oil extractor and the refinery. So by setting a refinery up, all we'll be doing here, we haven't got enough material to do this at the moment, is we'll be pushing out this. So this will be pushing out 240 per minute of crude oil. And then we'll be refining that into different refineries. And so we'll have all of the refineries down here. We can also come and overclock this if we need to. But that's our kind of next goal and our next outcome. So as I mentioned, going over here, which is now going to be our next mission. So we'll put a new map marker down. Put this one down. We'll call this coal. We'll make it far. We'll highlight it as well. Apply that. So there we go. You can see it over here. So again, we're going to have to find a way to get to this. A couple more spitters there. We're actually going to run away from them. We don't want to fight them. We don't need to fight everything. I mean, we can. We can get into fights with stuff. But for now, I'm just going to run over here. There's a little bit of coal there, but that's more just okay. So running over this way now. Kind of along the beach where we was earlier. Making sure we pick those nuts up when we see them. Because they're going to make our inhalers for us. And now we can see there's 4 hatches over here that we need to be careful of. And there's going to be spiders and all sorts. So we're going to get into a lot of trouble. Which is why we want to make sure we... Okay. That one's done. Oh. Okay. We'll just grab some of these. Be able to make quite a few inhalers from this, which is nice. Nice. They come. Okay. Just grab these. Sometimes you can get them before they attack. Most of the times, not though. Okay. So if you turn this off, it gets very dark in here, especially at night time. But we can see we're going for the coal. So we're not quite ready for this. I don't even know if we're going to get up here. I think we're going to have to build up that way. So we can go ahead and do that with some foundations. We'll just do some double ramps. Makes it nice and easy. We don't need to overcomplicate this, this part of the process. I don't think we're going to get up here. We can try it. Alright, so this part getting quite dark in here, and as you can see, lots of stuff that's going to attack us. There's going to be big spiders in here. There's going to be all sorts as we're going towards a cave. Or we're just going to get out and there's going to be nothing here. So I think we just got to... Okay. Okay, so I'm going to come back this way. I think I need to be on top here. Not actually too sure. But it looks like I need to be on top and not in here. Thought that was a cave entrance. Turns out it's not. I think I need to be up there. So we're going to build a ramp up. Just make that really easy for us. Especially as that's where we need to get to. So we'll come back quite a distance. And then when we start building this ramp, there's a waterfall there we can see. That is quite a long way up. So we're going to have to start building quite a long way back. In fact, I would say we need to start building pretty much from the water here if we want to get up there. So even this, I don't think we're going to make it. Right, we can continue this from here. Like so. Again, we can get to a point where we can start to build stairs and things, but this is it's quite a distance up. That's a much better angle. So we'll head up this way instead. I think we can continue up to here. All right. Still got a bit of a way to go. Don't quite think that's going to be enough for us. We're going to need to get up this part as well. We're already quite a long way up. I think we can head up this way instead now. So once we've got the jetpacks and things like that, it'll be a lot easier for us to move. But for now, while we're kind of traversing like this and we're struggling, we need to be able to build. This is kind of how we're going to do it. Okay, so we're going to build up to there. There's the marker. We can see the one we've built. We're coming over to this new area now. which we want to be respectful of because we haven't actually been up here before. So now we can go for the flat foundation. We're up here now, and that's where we want to get to, is over that side. So I kind of don't want to... That'll do for now. But I actually don't want to build that. I think I'd rather build from there. Like so. Okay, so we've got our way across. That's great. But that's actually the place we want to be. So what we're going to do instead is build out this way. And this is why we bought so many resources to allow us to build. There we go. Now we're in another new area. We do want to be careful. You can see now, look at the packs. See how there's 5 of them? We don't want to be fighting all of those. If we do, they're going to end up in a big problem. So let's go ahead and save this. All we want to do at this stage is get that oil refinery down. It means all we want to do is just head over here, away from everything else. Focus on the oil refinery and nothing else really. Okay, down this side, over here. Right, so there's some radiation over there, which means there'll be some uranium over there, yeah. Some uranium right there. A couple of the big guys over there, we're going to ignore them. Lots of bones and things we don't want to be fighting. We know there's some coal just over here. In fact, it's just 75 meters this way. We're so close to it. I have a feeling, though, it's going to be down there. It is. And down there, there's going to be some things to fight. Perfect. Now, what's really cool about this is, although there's coal there, there's some water there. So we could actually get the coal, get the water, get it all set up here, and then just run back. We don't need to get any of the other things we're doing. We just need to send back the pylons. So that's a little process that we can work on. But we first need to get down there. And this is, going to be a bit of an interesting one. All right, so let's see how we're going to do this. If we jump, we're going to hurt ourselves, so we don't want to do that. We do want to get down there. We don't want to die. So, how can we help ourselves not die? Well, start by building a crafting bench. And we've got loads of these spitters, so we'll go ahead and make some spitter. We're just going to get rid of some of the stuff we don't need here. Okay. So now we've done that, pick this up. Now we'll put the workshop down instead. And the workshop's going to allow us to make 3 protein inhalers. We can stack them, so that's perfect. So just like before, put them into our hand, and then we can heal ourselves if we need to. Okay, right, let's start heading down. So, knowing that there's 2 big spitters down here, trying to see if we can find one of them. There's one right there. We can try and actually hit him like that instead. Huh. I can hit him like this. And if I'm lucky, I might kill him. But he is kind of... Now, I'm pretty sure I saw two of them. I could possibly have been wrong, but I think I saw two of them. So let's just say... Oh, missed him there. He should die. There we go, we got him. Alright, let's fall down. And I think we're okay. I think he was on his own for this. Nice. Is there anything else down here? I don't believe so. So we're actually good to go. Now that coal was just normal. Was there a pure? I think there was a pure as well. Maybe not down here though. There's a pure over there. So I could actually take the water look all the way over here. So maybe that one's the better one to go to because it's pure. So I could set the map marker up to go from there instead. This one I can actually just remove the marker. I can even remove this. I did put a new marker down. I do believe I did anyway. Maybe I didn't finish setting it up. New marker, large and far. There's that new marker over there. So I kind of feel like, even though it's a little bit further away, this kind of feels like where I want to go. Might have been a mistake to do this. There's a big spider there. Oh my god. There's so many. Wow. I don't know how I managed to not die there. Wow. Okay. Let's heal up. Sorry about that. As you can see, it gets a little bit more aggressive and they start jumping and doing all kinds of crazy stuff to you. So yeah, it gets a bit harder as you move forward. So I don't actually know where any of those guys' remains are. I did just kill like loads of them, but it's fine. Oh, what have we got over here? Nothing. Okay. It's like an area we can blow up and get into. Beautiful leaves, just a bit of a different colour to everything else. Alright. We are trying to avoid everything at the moment. We're not going out of our way to fight, so if we can avoid fights, we're going to try to. But if we actually find ourselves in a position we have to fight, obviously we're not just going to roll over and die. Here we go. Here he is. Oh my god. I can't believe how high you just pushed me. Remember, the best way to do these, the same as before, just keep moving to the side. Sidestep. I think there's one more. I think there's one more. I can hear one more. Yeah, there is. There's one more right there. So remember, exactly the same as before. You just sidestep them. They're only little. Easy to kill. There's just a lot more of them. All right, but we got the coal, the pure coal, which is what we wanted. So, all right, here we are. Let's see if we can actually get down. Refinery. So we need a portable miner. For that, we're going to need to put down an equipment workshop. This is why we brought so much stuff with us, so we can get a portable miner down. Oh, we've got no space in the inventory still, so let's get rid of stuff we don't need. A bit of that and a bit of that can go. All right. We'll make one of these. And for now, we just need a level 1, because everything else we can sort out later. We're going to be better off facing it. Don't actually know. To the right, yep. So I think that's going to be good for us. Okay, so we just need to get now down here. And in fact, I would argue that we're going to go that way. So I'm just going to pick this up and spin it back round. We're actually going to place it like so. Right there. Okay, now we need is the conveyor belt, which we'll put onto the edge here like so. Okay, and then from here, well, we just need to come down to here. I'm just going to put it there for now. I'm not going to leave it there. I'm just going to put it there for now, just so that I can deal with the bits I need to deal with. All right, because this is going to be the area we're going to build in. All right, so in order to do this, we'll just grab onto the world map. Okay. And we can build out that little foundation that we need. Nothing too crazy. But definitely being able to build out our base that we need. Okay, perfect. So from here we need to build out. So we know we've got the coal coming down. And so the coal can go straight into, this is where we need to build all of this out. The coal can come straight into the coal generator. And we have enough to be able to build one of these, which is perfect. I'm going to spin this round. I think that's going to be good. We'll press H. Okay. So let's just move that to where it needs to be. Perfect. And that'll be sitting just on the edge here, which is just where we need it. Okay. Actually, I think we can probably move this over a little bit. So it's just nice and clean on the edge here. We don't want to go out any further than that. Great. So now we've got the coal generator. So what we can do from now is to make this a little bit easier for now. We've got our part at the top. And we can use that to actually come down here like so. Now I know this is not perfect, and that's okay. I'm not trying to make this perfect right now. I'm just trying to make it work. From here, I can actually feed in. And round to there. So as soon as I have power now, I'm actually going to be feeding this machine with coal. So that's great. So all I need to do now is get some water going. So to get some water to go, all I need to do is get the... let's just have a look on here. It's going to be under production, water extractor. But I do actually need a few more plates. But this is the next thing. So I need rotors and plates. I don't have enough. Okay, we can go ahead and craft. See what we can make. I got enough to make some rotors, which is good. Brought enough stuff with me. Let's see how many I need. There we go. So I need 10. Okay, so we've got the 10 of those. And then the next thing I need, if I show what I can make, reinforced iron plates. I just need 6 more of these. Do I have enough? And if I don't, I can always just get the stuff I need anyway. I can just go back to basics and do this manually. But, yep, there we go. Now we can put the water extractor in. Now it's telling us we need to put this on deep water. And actually, it's saying resources not deep enough, which is a little bit frustrating. Because I was kind of hoping this would have been alright. I think because this is a river, it's going to tell me this isn't deep enough. That is super frustrating because I was hoping that that was going to be okay. Massive radiation level. We're going to move away from that. Okay. I really thought that was going to be enough. Nope. 10 minutes not deep enough. Okay. Oh, no, we can. We can. Here. Nice. All right. Take it. Is there... It's not. Do you know what? It works. And that's all I really care about is the fact that it works. It's not perfect. It's not pretty, but it works. That can stay there and that's going to work. And now what I need, from a logistical point of view, is a pipeline. So I've got enough copper on me. So I can run this over. And again, I am not trying to make this perfect right now. I'm just trying to make it work. So we're going to come over here. Get that from here. And I'm just going to connect this up so it works. And then we'll fix it later. Okay. Now the water will flow in here. The coal will flow in here. So all we need to do now is just kickstart this. And for that to happen, we need some power. And for that, we can use a biomass generator. That can generate enough power to go into there. That can generate enough power to go into there. And that. Oh, into there. Wait, no. Power line. That's what I needed. My bad. That into there. That into here. That up to there, and that into there. That's what I needed. All right, so now all I should have to do is connect this up. Now, do I have any... No, I don't have anything, and guess what? That's fine. It just means I've got to go and pick up some leaves. Back to basics. We're going to put some leaves in there and turn that on. That's going to push water through there. That's also going to push down there. This is going to use quite a lot of those leaves up, so I'm going to have to go and get some more real quick. Get some sticks as well. Bit of wood. Cool. We'll chuck that in there. That'll run out in just a second, but there's the coal coming down. We can see it. As soon as the coal kicks in, that's all I need. That'd be more than enough. So the water should push in, the coal should come in, and then we've got power. At the moment, and then it's all going to be self-sustaining. That's all I kind of want right now. If I look on this machine, we've got water coming in. We don't quite have the fuel coming in just yet. But it's super close. And then that is going to generate the consistent amount that I need because I've got enough water. So as soon as this coal hits, we now have sustainable power. And that was kind of the goal for this, was to be able to generate sustainable power. So that water now will be able to push enough for the coal here. So we've just created a little coal factory based on pure. So we can really pump in some coal in here. Now, water is going to be a challenge. We might be able to get another one of those in later, but I thought we might have been able to get 2 or 3 in here. Unfortunately, it was a bit of a difficult situation. But there we go, 105. That means we should now be able to remove that. And we now have some self-sustaining power. Brilliant. We can get rid of this because we don't need it. We can make another one of these, but we will need some more items to be able to do that. But yeah, now we are... Oh, we're going to back everything up, obviously. But now we have this ability to create... This is only taking 15 coal per minute. This being the fact that it's pure up here. We're just going to head up here. You know what? We're going to struggle to get up there, so let's go up this way, shall we? We'll clean all this up in a minute. Here we go. We'll go up this way. But this should be... Uh-oh. There's a big guy there. I see you, mate. He just killed himself. Brilliant. Even better. Love it when I do that. Alright, so this is actually generating 120 per minute, which is perfect. 120 per minute up here. Coming down, and we're only using at the moment 15 per minute. So we're not even using anywhere near what we've got. Which means we can make more of these. That's 120 coming down here, and we're only using of this 15. Alright, so the plan now is going to be able to make more of these. And that's really going to come down to the limitations of the water. So looking at the water pipeline, we can see what's coming in. You can see where we are. You can see this is full up. And if we head down here, we can check this out. And again, even this is getting full now, which is fantastic. So 120 per minute, which is good. That's taking 45 per minute, which, as we know, we can do 3 of these on one without overclocking it. But then we can also overclock it as well, so we can do more. So we can go and find the bits that we need to be able to do that. All right, let's end that here. I think this is a good place to end the episode. Obviously, we are a long way from home at the moment. We're going to remove this marker just very quickly. What we're going to do is just zoom in a little bit, and we'll put a new marker just here, just where we are. And we're going to call this coal power plant. We'll select an icon. We'll find... don't really know what icon we want for that. Don't really fancy a stamp. Not really nuclear, so we'll... There we go. We'll use that. Select an image. We want the distance of this to be kind of far. Probably a good one. Alright, and the colour of this, I guess we want it to be... We can have it white. Doesn't really matter. Whatever colour we want. Alright. Apply that, and we now have this. Oil, that is on there as far as well. We can select the colour for that, so that can be oil. Excellent. So now we have our oil map. We can see oil, and here we have the coal power plant. And now what we're going to need to do is the power towers. Now these are quite big. So what we want to do, we're not going to do it just yet from where we are, is we need to head directly towards where that is. So there's multiple ways we can do this, and I think the way we're going to do it is just following the water down. I kind of feel like that feels like the best idea here. We'll just see if we can follow this all the way down. It should hopefully take us there. So that's going to be straight down here, which means we're going to put that right there, like so. That'll obviously build up. And that will connect to this. Like so. And then what we can do is from here, use that to build the next one out. Now, we can't actually build another one of these at the moment because we don't have enough steel beams. I don't think we have any steel at the moment. Oh, we have steel ingots, so we can build them. So let's just quickly go ahead. And we can make some steel beams. So we can do another, we can only do, because of what we've got, we can only do another one of those. So that's going to be the challenge, is getting that down. So we're going to have to go back. Now we've set this up, we know where this is. In the next video, we're going to have to go back. We're going to have to load up on all of the things that we need. And then we'll be able to come back again. But we want to be able to stick another one of these down. And so in order to do this, we need to go back without dying as well. So on the power line there, this is where we want to go. And we can't actually put a power line down while we're in the water. We need to be on the edge. We can actually go quite a long distance here. We look at the map. We're not going line of sight, which we could do. We could go line of sight and cut across, but we want to go this way. And there we go. We can't go any further there, so bring this back a little bit. That looks like it's going to be about as far as it will go to there. Which is actually clipping, and I didn't want to do that, but you get the idea. Okay, so the only other thing I can do, I'm going to need to make some steel. So I don't really fancy going and looking for coal or going back. I can go back and get the coal if I want to. But then I'd have to go and find some iron as well. I'd have to get the coal, the iron, I'd have to do it all manually. So I'm actually just going to head back. But I know that this is where I need to come to, right here. So you can see we've come from up here, we've run all the way down here so far. Then we're going to run down here, and we're going to run across to here. So we're going to run it down here, because in the future we'll probably use this later as well. And we can also remove that stamp. So I'm going to put this here for now as a little marker. I'll put this as a large infinite highlighted marker. And I'll call it power line. I'll apply that. And then this is something I can come back to next time. So that's it. We're done for now. I actually feel like I really want to move that. But it's not there. Not clipping, because I don't want the clipping. But that's what we're going to do with these power towers, is we're going to put as many of these down as we can. All right. Thanks for watching. It's a bit of a long one today. Appreciate you. We've got a lot more to do, obviously, to get to a point where we're ready. But yeah, we're definitely getting there. We'll be very careful. There's a lot of bad guys around here. A lot of big bad guys. We don't want to die. So we're going to take it slowly, take our time, head back, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. See you soon.